All right. Hey everybody, what's up? What's up? I am live. Welcome everyone. This live stream we just shoot the shit basically about Japanese culture, sometimes cultural differences, um, and dating advice because I am a dating advisor. But yeah, today I am wearing yukata, which is a summer kimono, like simplified kimono for summer. Yeah. Well, basically this is for summer, but yeah, I know it's almost autumn. But to be honest, I didn't have a chance to wear this yukata because this summer we originally had like summer festivals, right? But many of the summer festival move into like early autumn because obviously, as some of you know, Japanese summer is super hot and it's becoming less enjoyable. Summer festivals. Some people just like fall out because of the heat during the summer festival, which is not fun. So many of summer festivals in Tokyo area is actually moving to autumn. So that's one thing, and I couldn't wear yukata except for my katana dancing classes. But in katana dancing classes, I wear different style. So I couldn't really properly wear summer kimono. So this is the time. Today is the day. Even though it's autumn festival, I'm wearing summer dress. you know. Yeah. And actually, because climate is changing, right? And originally traditional uh, yukata summer kimono was was worn during the summer when the summer temperature was like 25-degree, and now it's like 35-degree, right? So yeah, um, things have changed. So actually, many of the like kimono influencers, kimono specialists, they even wear summer dresses even in September. Yeah, that's what it's happening these days. Like super traditional ones wearing like autumn kimono nowadays. Even now during September, which is like super hot. So I can't do that, you know. And yeah, I'm not wearing like super properly, but this is for me. This is more like fashion, right? Rather than like super traditional, to be honest. And this pattern of the yukata is not quite traditional either. Yeah, it's more colorful and playful, modernized version. So yeah, I like how it turned out. I'm wearing a red, wine red kinda obi belt, wine red wig that matches. You know, it's fun. I hope you like it too. But anyways, welcome everybody who's in the chat. Stig かな Stig Disney fan WT Culture Butter Brian hey hey James hello Christian Boko Alex hello Lloyd welcome back Frank hello I've only been in Japan for the summer for one trip, and I was there all summer. This was 2 years ago. I would sweat through my shirt a few times a day at work. Yeah. It's no joke. So even this summer dress is kind of like hot during modern summer, you know? So yeah, things have changed. So the tradition change. September is still hot as balls. I agree. Yeah. Today is kind of easier. It's more like late September. So yeah, I'm glad the heat is kind of settling down, but it's still, yeah. It suits you. Thank you, Christian. Looks breezy. Thank you, Frank. There is meant to be more layers than you are wearing. と as for summer dress, yukata, you can wear as it is, like just this, and obi belt, you know. But for kimono, like proper kimono, not the simplified one, yes, layers and layers. I've always wanted to go to a summer festival and wear jinbei with a girl wearing a beautiful yukata and geta. Seems like a nice date plan. Yeah, it's got the vibe, you know. Lots of Japanese couples want to do that too. So actually, Hiro is wearing jinbei too today, so it's kind of like machi machi, you know. Mama and son pair look. Justin has. He says he has jinbei too, but it's deep in the, you know, package. So it's he might not get that out. I would love to meet former NBC Sports Bob Costas. Who are you talking about? Sifu Kaoru, welcome back. I like your yukata. Very nice summer colors. Thank you. Peter, hi. One of my favorite streamers was recently in Japan, so I've been missing it lately. Oh, really? Cool. So it's a non-Japanese streamer visiting Japan right now, I guess. YouTube viewer, konnichiwa. Unknown. I sometimes love the heat, to be honest. Here in Munich, sometimes odd has been happening for almost a decade. There's just around 2 or 3 weeks of warm or hot summer days. So Munich is quite cold というか、it can get really cold during winter, right? ね。I've been there many years ago, like around 7 years ago. I went to Munich during, I think it was around this time of the year, October in Munich, and I was like, oh, it's very cold out here, but locals were like, no, it's warm. It's strangely warm for October. Yeah. Das ist warm, you know. So, yeah. It's cold there. David! Wow! That super sticker. I don't think I've seen that. Cool. Thank you. Yeah. The weather didn't become enjoyable to me till just before I left mid-October. Yeah, it's been like that. Strange. Do purple visible? You can't see, huh? Yeah, can't use purple. Orange. Thank you, David. And Roland. Welcome back and thanks for the super chat. Thank you. And I will give David a piggy pills. Piggy pill sticker to David because it's a big donation. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, by the way, today is the festival. The one it moved to the to October to autumn. That's why I'm wearing yukata. It's kind of like a festival clothes to Japanese people nowadays. So yeah. Looks like good airflow. Yeah, for it's long sleeve and not quite cool, but yeah, it's much better than like proper kimono, you know. It was totally different in my childhood and it used though. Yeah. I feel it too. Hydra, and here it matters if you fold it left over right or right over left. これね。So always the left one comes up, comes onto the right one. Yeah, I hope. I hope I'm doing right. Yeah, I think it's fine. But if you don't do that, it's absolutely bad. I think the other one, if you put the left over to the, if you put the right side over the left side, it's gonna be for dead people. Dead people wear like certain yukata, kimono, in Shinto style funeral. They wear that, and then I think that's what it is. I hope I'm right. I know. I think that's for the dead people. So yeah. Don't believe me. I that's what I remember. If I remember correctly, that's what it is. Yeah. So yeah, it matters. That's for sure. I can't believe how much cheaper Japan has gotten in only a few years. Cheaper? Oh, cheaper. You think so? I think it's because America is in a super inflation that makes you feel like Japan is getting cheaper. Isn't that what it is? It's a yen USD balance. Because it's becoming, to us, it's becoming more expensive than it used to be. That yukata looks really awesome. Thank you. We are having our first proper spring day today. Blue sky, sun burning. Spring ka. Now it's spring there. Aaron, hey. Oktoberfest wedding rings come off. Oktoberfest だね。そうだ。It's that season. Yay, Oktoberfest. Unfortunately, in my area, there is no Oktoberfest going on. It's in Tokyo and Yokohama. They have big Oktoberfest, but not in Chiba. Everyone is coughing and sneezing in Nagoya now, especially the older men here cough everywhere. Yeah, unpleasant. The heat in Japan was so bad. Bro got heat rush walking around Osaka Expo. Expo ne? We were not ready for that level of heat. Yeah, Expo in summer. It's like, are you guys insane? ね。Alice in Borderland Season 3 just released. I'm so pumped to watch it. そっか. Oh, yes. Right. I definitely want to watch it. But we haven't me and Justin, watching Netflix. We haven't even finished watching Wednesday. So yeah, we will do that first. Then we'll watch Alice Borderland. But we will finally be able to. We were finally able to watch Demon Slayer Infinity Castle this Monday. Last Monday. Last Monday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo. Yeah. So yeah, we watched the movie. It just came out. It just came out in overseas, non Japan countries, right? I think it's a few weeks ago. And in Japan, it was already started in July. It was in July, but with the childcare situation, it's hard for us to take 3 hours to watch movies in the movie theater. So we had to schedule, and Justin had a late summer vacation last week, so we finally had a time to go watch a movie. Was great. Yeah, you should definitely watch it. I can, I absolutely recommend. Yeah. Yeah. Because recently I'm learning sword dancing, right? Katana dancing. So I learned certain like manners and techniques for katana, right? So that more I learn those things, the more I enjoy the aesthetic of Demon Slayer, right? I don't talk about details というか the storyline. I don't wanna do blooper じゃなくて。なんだっけ。I always forget this word. I don't wanna tell you what happens in the movie because I don't want to, you know, you want to be excited, look forward to it. So I'm not gonna talk about it. But the way Shinobu-san, 胡蝶忍 it's one of the hashira. The way she puts her katana back into the case. The case, it's saya. We call it saya, the case, sword case. That was fantastic. It was absolutely awesome. Like the mannerism and the posture and the order, manners of katana was perfect. To me, it was perfect. I'm not like super professional about it, but she checked all the boxes. It was not just like me, you know. Yeah, they definitely got some advice or definitely took the movement from a professional sword fighter or like bujutsuka. そうだね. So, yeah, if you look into details, like how they use katana, it's actually very like based on the real like sword fighting katana, you know. So, if you know those things, it's even more fun. Anyways, do halt, welcome back. Ryan Summer and Festival celebrating the start of the fall month. Am I getting that correct? I guess it's becoming like that, yeah. More like autumn, yeah. Like, yay, the heat is over, kind of. I just set up an outdoor camping shower in my backyard. Outdoor camping shower in your backyard. Why don't you use your indoor shower? Is that what people do in Australia? I don't get it. Why don't you use indoor shower? Oh. Love your family, by the way. Oh, thank you. Lovely. Yeah, we went to because Justin took a summer vacation last week. We went to a park, like a big park for like basically for kids to play around, play park. Mm. Yeah, photos are coming up on my Instagram. So if you want to check it out, please follow my Instagram. But yeah, it was really fun. Like they have like water park area. They have athletic like gymnastic area in the nature. They have like uh, petting zoo. They have mini train for kids. They have all the things that kids love. So Hiro definitely had a blast. By the way, on my flight, I saw a flight attendant who looked exactly like you except with braces, and she had a black mark on her cheek. Do you have a lost sister? I actually get that a lot, to be honest. Like apparently I look alike many people, right? Because like some of my friends text me like, "Hey, I saw you at some like station at the station. Were you there?" And I was like, "No, I was stayed in my house whole day." you must mistake uh, with somebody else. And I get that a lot. Yeah. Even from my real life friends. So, yeah. Basically, my figure is kind of like basic. Basic Japanese people's face. Yeah. So, people actually misunderstand with somebody else a lot. Yeah. So, yeah, I have many sisters out there for sure. Never liked Oktoberfests. It must be. So I've only been to the Japanese Oktoberfests, right? So like people are generally will behave. Like yeah, people are drunken, but not like super drunk, I guess. And then, what I hear from locals, right? German people, they are like, wow, oh, wow, you know, it's crazy over there in Germany. The Oktoberfest is like, and it's not like German people, right? There are like other European people, Italians, Spanish people coming to the Oktoberfest. Some Americans come into Oktoberfest and they get drunk, right? Hey. Hello. Hello, son. Get that pen. That pen, get that. Hello. We are kind of matchy. Yeah. マッチマッチだね。ね。浴衣、ジンベエボーイか。ジンベエボーイ。Monkey? Hi. You can say monkey now, right? You were saying Bucky. Ne, monkey. Hi. Put a monkey. You like that monkey? Nice. Monkey. Are you excited for the festival? Last year you were sleeping One one. Oh, you saw one one. One one sticker. Yeah. Sure, sure. Yay. Yep, one one and monkey. Which one? That one? Cheese?
チーズ？餃子？
ネギ？
餃子かな。
これ？
チーズだと思
Dumpling. It's dumpling, not cheese. So dumpling.
う。
Dumpling. Can you say dumpling? That way? Okay. That way? Which one? Which one, please? Yeah? Which one? Is that cat? Is that gaga? Gaga? Nya nya? Nya nya? Right. Nya nya. Gaga? Oh, wow.
All of the things. Alright, buddy. Say bye bye. Bye bye to chat.
Shake, shake, shake. はい。で、ちょうだい。あ、そこに置く。あう！ニャニャが落ちた。はい。ニャニャ取るからいいよ。ガガ置いて。ガガ。プタガガン。
つけて。ナイス。
ね。
イエーイ。じゃあベビーカー行くよ。ベビーカー。
ベビーカー乗る。
お散歩しますよ。お散歩。そう、お散歩。抱っこ抱っこ。よし。
バー。He's chatty these days. He's saying things. Like things. He just repeats sometimes. But sometimes he actually understands. So it's gonna be soon he's gonna make some sentences. I believe. He actually makes sentences like super like broken but simple ones, you know. For example, what did he say in English? For example, Gaga flying とか flying. Gaga はbirds are flying. He says Gaga fly みたいな。He says things like that. So yeah. 千葉 thousands leaves. そうだね。in yeah, kanji, yeah, means thousand leaves. Lloyd, I leave for Japan tomorrow morning. Woo! I checked the forecast there and was surprised by how warm it will be. Yeah, it's still warm, but not as like crazy as, August or something like that. So when I came to Japan, I spent a lot of money. I thought I was using a lot, but I was surprised how much I still have saved. I remember years ago it was a little expensive. Yeah, it's a dollar situation, my friend. Does your movie ticket have an assigned seat? Yes. Yeah, you can make reservation beforehand. You can also go to the ticketing machine, and then select your seats before watching the movie. And yeah, spoilers. Yeah, spoilers. I struggle to sit through movies these days. Short attention span. I blame TikTok. Yeah, and especially the movies nowadays, it's so long, right? And even the Demon Slayer, it was like 2 hours and a half, almost. It's very long. Frankie, hi. We call the sword case sheath. Sheath か。へえ、知らなかった。Is that the anime that was supposed to be located in the streets of Asakusa? そうだね。浅草、mainly 浅草。Yeah. Or skateboard. At least he's taking a shower. まあね。まあね。Funny story about Alice in Borderland. I was in Japan last year and walking late at night, and I saw a playing card face down on the sidewalk, so I picked it up, and it was the Joker card. なんか it sounds like some kind of story has started, right? Okay, now you picked up the Joker card. Your game has begun. I have a hot tub with shower inside. It's too hard for me to step into with my knee issues. I miss my hot tub. Oh, okay, that's the reason. Are you not only child? Me, I have a sister, younger one. Ryan, hello って Ryan いたか。Okay, thanks for answering my question. Have a good rest of your stream. Oh, okay. Have a good day. Did your parents hide a secret twin? Perhaps. Avril Lavigne is 41 today. Oh my gosh. How does that make you feel? Oh my gosh. Nah, she was my idol. I mean, she still is, but when I was a teenager, she was the idol, right? She was my late teenage and early 20s idols. I learned English from her songs. I learned how my pronunciation. I practiced my pronunciation listening to her songs and, how she talks. I don't talk like Avril nowadays. Her pitch and tone is like super, なんだろうね。like bubbly というか。Yeah. So different from my identity. But yeah, I really got a lot from her. Like attitude, like being, なんだろうね。like breaking through the stereotype. I really admired her like rocking as a tiny female singer, right? Yeah, I really appreciate her, and then she's 41 now. I feel old. I feel old, yeah. Yeah. And she was married to many of my favorite singers. A few of my favorite singers, like Derek Whibley and Chad Kruger. Yeah. Got through many divorces. She got through two divorces, and one engagement that didn't go through, right? And many breakups. And now that Taylor Swift has settled down, I think it's time for her to settle down too, I guess. I mean, I guess it's a little different. Taylor Swift hasn't got married yet until this point, right? Whereas Avril Lavigne already got married twice and engaged once. So, yeah, I guess a little different, but yeah, each woman, each life. It's difficult for me to see little kids still because they remind me of my son. Oh my gosh. At least now I'm closer to him than California. Oh, were you able to see your son? Asagi has a doppelganger. Definitely, according to people say. What people say. I still think I saw you on a train a few years ago. When? Where? Talk to me, Lloyd. Right, if you saw me, talk to me. Say hi. Basic Asagi, yeah. Asagi has a beautiful kimono. Yeah, summer dress. Summer kimono called yukata. But yeah, it's a type of kimono. She's into pumpkin spice. Yeah. You remember that. And it's the season. Yeah, I definitely will drink at least a few cups of pumpkin spice latte because I'm a basic bitch. I wonder how it would be if Japanese neighborhoods started giving candy for Halloweens. Do you think Japanese parents and kids would take advantage of it? I don't think that's gonna be a thing in cities in Japan. Maybe in like countryside areas, but people are so cautious nowadays and don't want to interact with neighbors in general. So I don't think that tradition will be common in Japan. Hiro cute. Frank, thanks for the super chat. スーパースティッカーか。Thank you, thank you. あれ Where did Justin put my chalk? Oh no, Gagas. Where's my chalk? I guess I'll get the new one. Where did he hide? You know, cause Hiro will. あったあった。Frank and Walt WT, thanks for a big super chat. Thank you. And for Walt, how about sushi badge? Sushi badge for you. Thank you so much. Hiro sure loves his mom. Yeah, he does. I'm happy. He'll be talking your ear off soon. Yeah, he's chatty, so. He speaks in English. Both Japanese and English, slightly more in Japanese because, you know, the environment. If it happens again, I'll say hi. Yeah, please do. Make sure it's actually Asagi Asadane, not her doppelganger. So that's the tricky part. I haven't seen my son yet. Hopefully during the New Year's break. It would be 2 years since I saw him in person. Also, it would be good to be around one family member during the holidays. So, yeah, hopefully. Yeah, Taylor Swift should settle down, especially after getting run through. Oh, no. Yeah, it's a big news, right? Taylor Swift engagement. I think it's about time, don't you think? And then get divorced few years later and write another song about the divorce. Yeah. We see that coming. Yeah. Taylor Swift will run out of memorial for her music now. Maybe this is Asagi doppelganger and it is Asagi's Yukefume. Yeah. Oh. Have a good night, Lloyd. Yeah. So talking about the celebrity marriage, right? There is a big controversy in marriage in Japan. It's a Japanese topic, but you might be interested. So there is a big YouTuber in Japan called Hikaru. Recently he got married to an influencer, right? And this was like super recent, like a few months ago. Yeah. And then the few months later, recently, they made an announcement in a YouTube video, right? Making the statement that they are going to have open marriage. Open marriage, right? Meaning, both people, both people can, date other people or even sleep with other people, and they agree with it, right? And the news is everywhere right now, especially especially among like dating coaches and but it's in general it's a big news nowadays because it's open marriage is not common for sure. Like open marriage, we call that open marriage, right? Open marriage, katakana, because we don't have that title in Japanese, so we just rent the word from English. We just say open marriage, right? So yeah, people were so disgusted about the idea, and then making the statement like that, and then he actually lost over 200,000 subscribers within a few days because of that statement, right? Like if I lose 200,000 subscriber, it's minus. It'll be minus. Nobody's watching my channel anymore. It's that scale, right? So many people are like, "Oh, that's disgusting. How dare you can do that," right? Yeah. And so, open marriage is not accepted like that. People are so disgusted and then left his channel even. But also, I think is the real issue. Like open marriage, if both of the gender, both of the people accept that, then all right, just good luck with STD, because you're gonna get it if you sleep around like many people. You're gonna get STD for sure. So good luck with that. But the real issue here, right, is that happened after their marriage, right? And then the Hikaru, the husband, brought up the subject. So they were originally got married without that kind of consent. They became married couple. And then after that, he brought up the subject, right? And then they had a long discussion about it. And then finally agreed with it. That means she was not open to open marriage from the beginning. He he had to convince her to agree with that, which is I see some kind of power balance here, because obviously the husband is a bigger influencer here. He has more power. The other half, the wife is also she's a famous influencer. I didn't know about her, but she's a business owner. Started off as a hostess, right? So she was in that kind of industry a little bit. She was a hostess, and I guess she used that kind of experience as to become famous, to get attention, and then eventually became a business owner. But in this kind of topic, I can't ignore the fact that she was engaged in that kind of industry, right? Because many of those workers, hostesses or even sex workers that selling their sexuality, that kind of jobs, they tend to have like inner issues, right? Not so many women are super healthy and then happy and excited to work in that kind of industry, right? Right? Maybe there are a very few percentage of women like that. Like, just be smart and get some money and then just leave once they, pay off their student debt or something like that. But that's very few. Not a lot of women are actually like that. So I think she has kind of like issues. She's not completely confident, I think. Because without that, she wouldn't accept that kind of marriage. It's like, um, yeah, because if she doesn't accept, it's either losing him or getting cheated anyway. So her position was difficult. Either way, she lose, right? So she had to accept the deal, right? And then the discussion happened after the marriage. That's a cheat. That's cheating, right? Right? And his original proposal was to have a harem, right? Harem って is that Japanese English? I don't know. Do you know harem? Like having many women around, and he wanted to include his wife in the woman circle, in the harem, right? But she didn't want that, right? She's like, it's okay to having an affair, but I don't want to be included in that group of women, right? So even if she says it's okay to have multiple relationships out of the marriage, even if she said that, deep inside, she wants to be the number one. And she probably wants to be the only one too. I see that. Kind of her inside. I see it. She's trying to hide it, but I see it. I can see it. So it's unhealthy AF. So, if he loses shit ton of subscribers, he deserves that. Like, I'm not like opposed to the open marriage as it is. I personally don't want to do that, but if both of the people agrees with it, and then both of the people are okay with having STD, all right, do it up. But this particular case doesn't look right to me. If he wanted that kind of relationship, he should have discussed it. He should have discussed before getting married to her. It's a coward move. Yeah. So I definitely disrespect that decision. Yeah, it was definitely he has the power to choose, and she couldn't. She didn't. So I don't see any benefit though in open marriage, to be honest. Like, what's the point? Then don't get married. Then don't get married. Mm. Yeah, Frank. That's what I'm saying. What's the point of getting married? Just be friends with benefits. Yeah, right? Open marriage was invented in California. Oh, is that true? Ah. Ah, yeah. Yeah, we don't have that kind of idea, right? Some people do, but we didn't have the title to it. Mm. Maybe she's planning on divorce, perfect material. Yeah, I mean, そうだね. Now that she agreed and made that statement, I think it's hard for her to, because yeah, that's one of the downside about open marriage, right? Because they agreed to have open marriage, even if the person, even when your partner get have super nasty affair and then you don't like that, you can't really sue. It makes it harder. Like compared to the normal marriage, it's harder for you to sue, right? And then they made that statement in public. But also, it might be hard to defend you either, because it's still a marriage under the law. Maybe she can sue him. Maybe she can sue him and, claiming that was the power harassment, like domestic violence or something like that. And then she can still win and take shit ton of money from him. So there's no benefit there to have open marriage. It's only a uh, risk of like abusing law and なんだろうね take advantage of the situation and STD for sure. No benefits there. My Japanese ex told me more Japanese women are choosing to keep their family names when they get married. そうだね. No, we can't do that now. We can't do that. What does that mean? So you have to have the same family name if you get married, right? In Japan. So either husbands change their name or wives change their name. But it's most likely wives change their names, right? It's the tradition and then it's kind of like hard to change. And but nowadays, more women want to keep their family name. So people are asking government to change their law so that people can keep their family name even after marriage, right? But government don't want to accept that. Like even when the statistics say more people are okay and have no issues changing, like keeping the first name, keeping the last name, right? But government refuse because they have to keep the patriarchal culture, right? They have to, they have to protect the patriarchy in this country, right? Because the powerful cult organizations, they are patriarchy, right? They have patriarchal ideas, and then if government don't listen to the cult, they lose votes, so they can't change the law. So yeah, I don't think many more women are actually keeping their last name. Because it's either that, either keep, either, either one have to change the name. So, who would want to wait in the living room while their partner and the stranger were in the bedroom? ね。まあ、I don't know where they actually have affair, but it's so strange, right? So I had a question. What would you think of that if was to make the statement I can cheat but she can't? Huh? You can cheat but she can't. That's like is that even a question? Yeah, why even get married? That's the point. Do you watch any mukbanger? Nope. I wouldn't have that type of marriage, but I think it's hypocritical for people to say anything since most people these days don't even take relationships seriously anyway. People don't take relationships seriously. そうなのかなそうなのかな I kind of agree. I get where it comes from, but I still disagree. Akim, hello. Regis Mig, hello. Aaron, oh, you're still here. Open marriage is such an unnatural concept to me. To me, too, yes. Like some people be like, hey, shogunated period. Shogun had multiple wives to have more children to keep the bloodstream going on. But hey, you are not shogun. You're not shogun, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's more like you know high high society thing, right? Fuzoku girls. I've been friends with some of them. Ooh, how was it? Just asking for okay to cheat. Yeah, right. He should cheat too and then tell her about it. Like, oh, what are you saying? Isn't harem a Turkish word? あ、そうなの? He yeah, harem doesn't sound like English. So I wonder if that's a thing in the US in English speaking country. I wouldn't want another man touching what's mine. Yeah. It's to me it's disgusting, but if both of the sides okay with it, again, Open marriage can be a disaster. A woman I know has two daughters, one of her husband and the other from her lover. No one knew until the daughter from her lover looked like her husband's friend. So so it was the open marriage with no consent. That's cheating. それね、it's been talked about it in Japan too. Like, turned out the child is not the husband's because once they grow up, they don't look like father but the other man. Yeah. In Japan, we have that. We have title for that. We have title for that. we don't have the title for open marriage, but we we don't have we have that to this たくらんっていうのなんかさ you know some animals do that, right? なんか keep their eggs, keep their like some birds do that, right? なんかさ put their eggs to other birds and then let them raise it. Let the others raise those children, babies. That happens in like nature, animals, right? So we say that たくらん it's called たくらんそうそうそうso it's bad. We have that kind of cases too in Japan. Like the wife keep that secret, or wife probably is unsure one is which dad it, which one is the baby's dad, but the wives keep it anyway, and you have to raise the kids even when it's not actually yours. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the most like isn't that ugh. Yikes. Yeah. I think it's the worst case of like this Japanese like society like I mean it obviously like Walt said it happened everywhere and it's not just Japan thing, but like women don't communicate. Some women are really bad at communication. So they just keep it in themselves and then try to solve it without confronting, right? And in the worst case, they get, they go for another man and then have their baby without telling you, right? Because she doesn't confront, right? Like, ugh, like communicate. Before that happens. Communicate before that happens, you know? If 日本人 get to learn about open relationship, it could go to another level. そうなんすかね. So there are couples that, some couples who secretly do that, right? Right? They don't really tell the other, and then it's actually much easier for men to do so in Japan because, how many brothels we have in Japan for men. It's easy to, have physical relationship outside the marriage. So many women, many wives are having trouble with that, right? Because obviously many men think going to prostitute is not cheating, right? So they just go there without noticing it's even a cheating. And then because that kind of concept is widespread in Japan, those wives are having trouble with like whether they should call it out or just accept that this is not cheating. I just have to accept it. But now that open marriage is becoming an idea. Because at least open marriage, they communicate about it, right? It's not like secret cheating. They already accept it and go sleep with another like lovers, right? So I would say like because in the comments some of the because that video Hikaru became so controversial, many people are like, oh yikes, but some people are like, well, it's actually better than hiding it and cheat in the back. They at least communicate it. They at least know it's happening, right? So maybe that was for some people a wake up call that you actually have to communicate if you want to sleep with other people outside the marriage. You know what I mean? So maybe I don't know if it because open marriage has to be consent, right? So if Japanese people do that, they have to communicate first. So I think that part itself is good. I don't know if it's good, but like, yeah. Maybe that video gave many Japanese people, a new idea, right? Well, it's a completely new idea to like many of Japanese people, especially traditional ones. So, yeah. Ne. I wonder how it affects. Is he sleeping?
Yeah.
Good. Good, good. Ne. He was sleeping, huh? What do you think about open marriage?
Open marriage? Not like open relationship. Like
Open marriage とか、まあ open relationship. Because recently the big YouTuber in Japan made a video, make statement that he is having the couple is gonna have open marriage.
Okay.
And then Japanese people are like, "Wow, disgusting! That's so nasty! How dare you!" While some people are like, "Well, it's better than cheating in the back." Like many people do that, right?
I mean, if they're okay with it, then whatever. I don't see. I don't, like, why did you get married? If like that kind of defeats the purpose of marriage, I think.
Right? でも
Like,
what I was thinking is that open marriage is at least consent, right? Whereas like some Japanese husbands go brothels, go prostitutes without even thinking it's cheating, right?
right. I don't
So
know.
maybe for some couples it's a good like influence because at least they talked it through, communicate.
I mean, so if it's consensual, then fine. I don't know. Like, I've heard of people who are in open relationships, and almost every time, like,
It goes bad.
well, not only does it go bad, but like, it's because one person wanted to do it, and the other person was just like, I guess I'll go along with it, sort of thing. Like, I don't think people are going to enter exclusive relationships if that's their goal, right? So almost every time it's one person just wants to mess around, right?
Yeah, it seems like that's the case in this YouTuber
There you
thing.
go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because like you don't need to be in an exclusive relationship to do that. So what's the point of being in an exclusive relationship? I mean, there are like swingers and stuff because maybe they've been in a relationship for like a really long time and they get bored and they start doing that kind of stuff. But if they just got married, I don't know.
They just got married without dating.
Mm,
I think it's a part of a show. It almost sounds like. So they got married without even dating.
うん
なんか交際ゼロ日婚っていう。So they just, hey, be my wife. Okay.
That's easy.
And then got married. And after a few months, actually, I want to have a open marriage. She was like, what?
Oh, there you go.
she, she, she pretends like she is okay with it. What she says is like, it's okay to cheat. It's okay for him to cheat, but I don't want to be included with the harem. Like, because he wants to have harem, like, I don't know, maybe orgy, orgy group thing. And he wants to include his wife, but she doesn't want to be one of them. But it's okay to cheat.
That smells fishy.
Smells fishy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fishy, fishy. だね。yeah, yeah.
He sounds like an asshole, I guess.
So that's why 200,000 people left his channel.
Yeah, man, YouTubers are terrible.
YouTubers are terrible, right? YouTubers are terrible. Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Morally bankrupt.
Yeah. At least I'm not that kind of YouTuber.
I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a open relationship, open marriage, and will have a baby with another guy, and then let you raise it.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I'm glad this is all being recorded. This will be very useful in court.
Cause I'm a terrible YouTuber. Thanks for Seymour. Seymour
Thank you, Seymour.
super chat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, in general, Japanese people are very opposed to the idea. That's why many people left. So don't expect coming to Japan, having open marriage. Yeah.
Just go to prostitutes, man.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Yeah, right.
How old is he?
Oh, I forgot. I think he's in
30s?
his 30s, yeah. Do you use Justin's surname? Yes. I'm Sumisu.
Sumisu.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Because when it comes to international marriage in Japan, you can choose to keep your last name. But I was like, meh. Meh. I don't have to keep my name, so. Monogamy is badass. That's what I think, yeah. Tell that to Mormons. Oh no. I hope people in open marriages don't have children. Soね, that's where it gets super, super complicated and unhealthy, right? Shinwoo. I heard Japanese husband filed this divorce against his wife because he found out his wife joined the AV industry. Oh, I was surprised a married woman can join, and that's definitely a good reason to file a divorce. ああ、それはね、you have to tell your partner, right? Like what's up with those people? What's up with those people? If it's sex industry, it doesn't count. If it's prostitutes, it doesn't count. If you go to every industry, JAB, doesn't count. Like, wake up, wake up. ね。I can imagine the conversation between a Japanese open relationship couple. Sae-chan, why does our baby look like the local pizza la delivery guy? Alright. DNA test time, for sure. Yeah. ね。Harem is an Arabic word. へえ、そうなんだ。ハーレム。知ってた？
Hmm.
へえ、ハーレム、Arabic word. へえ。はい、あさぎ。Nice kimono. Thanks. What you think about Sanseito?
That's an opener.
すごい。はあ。そうね。賛成とね。まあ賛成と。I think I made the statement and I actually put that on Instagram reel and only Instagram reel, I guess. Because it was kind of like political? Politic. まあ、I don't talk about American politics, but I can kind of talk about Japanese politics. But yeah, ね、賛成と is like 賛成と I don't know. I can't just make it brief, to be honest. Like they are really manipulating people's minds. Like yeah, people here, young generations especially, are desperate because they don't have financial stability, like, and then don't really have hope in the future. So they are expecting government to make like a big difference. And then Sanseito, I guess, make them feel like, they can make a drastic change in this country by blaming like foreigners and like
I've heard that before. Sounds familiar.
and also the なんだっけ I think it's called something like there is a term for that, but like 何 diversity, even if even when diversity is a good idea, it's considered a good idea, but those who were majority feel threatened, right? Like in Japan's cases, this is patriarchal culture, and then men are dominating in many industries, especially in politics or businesses, right? And then once women are trying to thrive and get equal opportunities, men feel threatened. So they don't want diversity. At first they're like, okay, but people are like, women are threatening my life. Women are harming, right? They can't stand it. And then people have that kind of mindset, tend to support Sanseto, right? Well, it's not just a gender thing, but in Japan's case, gender is kind of big, and also foreigner thing, right? Even though foreigners aren't taking opportunities away from locals, they do feel like it. And Sanseto is like stimulating that kind of psychology to the mindset that they have, right? So I think they are using Japanese citizens' frustration to get votes, and then seems like it's working, which is sad for me, right? Yeah. なんかね。So yeah, sorry, I'm gonna have to skip some of the comments, but this is kind of like a big topic, but recently government had to cancel the plan to make African people come to Japan, like big immigration, right? Mass immigration. They were planning on mass immigration from, for example, in Chiba, one of the city, Kisarazu city, was expecting mass immigration from Nigeria, right? Government was kind of sneakily planning on that, and then people found out about it, and there was a big demo, I think, and then they had to cancel the plan, right? What do you think about that? まあでもちょっとね、it there's a big jump here, right? Like, why Nigerian people? Why Nigeria?
Cheap labor.
I guess so. Cheap labor, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But also, when it comes to cheap labor, we already have like Vietnamese people とか、Vietnamese people, なんか Southeast Asian countries people, right? And we already have that kind of like, okay, we still have like cultural connection. We are same Asian country, and then they've been here for a while, and then most of them are behaving well, and then very like they are hardworking, and then all that kind of stuff. But African countries, we don't have so much like compared to Vietnam or Cambodia. It's a big jump. Like we don't really know about Nigerian people, right?
I mean, if you don't spend a lot of time in Roppongi.
So it's like people in Roppongi, right? And those people are, especially like when it comes to Nigerian people in Roppongi, in high cases they are selling drugs, right? So we don't have like good perception when it comes to like places like Nigeria. So having that kind of plan without consent of citizens is a bad idea. I think that's like it's all of the sudden to us. I get it. I get that kind of rejection, right? But like packaging all the foreigner in one package and then blame for them is like it's a no. There are so many hardworking foreigners who are actually contributing Japan's economy, not just economy, but in many ways. But like, except for those particular cases, it's fine to have foreigners in Japan. But people are like, no, no Vietnamese restaurants. I don't want pho. I don't know, なんか like, put in the label as like bad foreigners. Like foreigners are bad. It is like, no, not to me. Yeah.
What was the point of bringing them into Kisarazu specifically? Are there a lot of like factories and stuff there?
They don't really explain it, to be honest. That's why. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, because my suspicion is that like since it's so targeted and it's so local and it's a group of people from a very specific region that already have a bad perception, it would be easier for control, right? Like if you wanted to cut off somebody's like visa, then within that community, people might not be so like upset about something like that. Whereas if it were just lax immigration in general, that you can't control that kind of stuff. So probably something. I'm guessing Kisarazu government cut a deal with somebody because that's why it was so secret, right? And probably local factories, local companies probably bribed some politicians and said, hey, if you give us this cheap labor force that we can just like fire easily and send them back to their country, and they'll be more motivated to work for us. You know what I mean? Whereas like if you take in immigrants from countries where they're not maybe so economically dependent, they're not so desperate, they'll just quit. You know what I mean? So it's a lot easier to exploit the labor force in situations like that. So
Yeah.
that's what I sense, because like it's, why would the government care? Because like it's so hard to get a freaking visa here, right?
Right.
Like immigration's already rough. So I yeah, the targeted nature of it seems very strange to me.
ね。なんか I still understand places like Brazil. Like we are doing mass immigration each other over like more than a decade, like 50 years or something. That kind of span. I understand, right? They already fit into the society already. But okay, ちょっと African countries, that's super new to us. So we need build up to make that happen. So I think that was a bad idea. But, you know, normal immigrants are, most of them, they are like just trying to, you know, trying to find a new life というか better life here in Japan, and then they are contributing to the society, so I'm not opposed to that. Well, yeah, that's ね、賛成とね、なんか malicious だね。malicious. I think they are malicious, yeah.
Was that a Sanseito idea?
賛成と、でも、a lot of the 賛成と supporters are super like attacking the idea.
Right, because immigrants are the problem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because like all 0.5% of us, we're taking
Yeah.
all the jobs. We have like 10 jobs apiece. We're working
Yeah,
so many
yes.
jobs.
So yeah, well, except for that kind of, they have a reason in that kind of mass immigration, but they are like attacking any foreigners. So that's a hate. Rulan, thanks for the super chat. Another super chat. そうだね。そしたらどうしようかな。あれかな。Fox. Bowen Fox. Thank you so much. ね。Japan reporter will clip and make a video. Japanese YouTuber says she wants to have open marriage and have her husband raise another. あれね、のび太でしょ、のび太。yeah. Yeah. How he's doing these days? How he's doing? What's up? Yeah. I imagine raising a child in that environment would be similar to raising them in a whorehouse. Oh my goodness. ね、so yeah, it's becoming super controversial. ね、open marriage. まあでもね、YouTubers だからね、YouTubers. They use relationships for their own, like if you saw なんだっけ、あの人アニメマンだっけ、アニメマン、ジョイか、ジョイ、なんか he was giving a spotlight to this なんだっけ、一夫多妻制。
I don't know the English word for that, but hold on. It's here. It's tip of my tongue. Male-centric polygamy. I don't know, because it's
polygamy, polygamous marriage か。polygamy.
Yeah, but it's like the men is the wife, right? So yeah.
そう。
なんで？
ポリアモリーファミリーか、ポリアモリーファミリー。なんか。Yeah. I think few YouTubers were spotting the family, polyamory family. He has like 3 wives at the moment, and he has a YouTube channel, and then streaming the life of polyamory family family. Yeah. So yeah, I think those people are just using it to get attention and make some money out of it. You know what I mean? Sure. Welcome back. All countries should say no to mass immigration. Japan, more than most, immigration should be slow and controlled with an expectation to integrate. I kind of agree. Yeah, I kind of did. I agree. Like, kind of mass immigration is sounds a little forced, right? You know, right? うん。ね。ちょっと Those guys in Roppongi are aggressive. For sure, yeah. Dominican start. I have a question, but it's too long for a chat message. Okay, make it short. Make it short, or if it's dating related, I have a dating advice consultation service if you want to, have a real conversation, real なんか face to face conversation. I'm Vietnamese. そうね。あ、そっか、ベトナミーズなんだ。You said Asian American, but Vietnamese American か。Australia is expensive. Yeah, it's becoming expensive, right? We have problems with Nigerians also. The government are banning ma- ma- machetes,
Machetes.
machetes because there are a lot of attacks. There are a lot of attacks. I guess Japan wants the African resources. なんかね、they have some kind of like I smell money. Money. Daniel and Yuka, hello. How is it going? Did you see the news about the Spanish Twitch streamer who shoved an old man on the train? Shoved an old man on the train, who told him off for sitting in the priority seating and talking loudly on the train. Another like another なんだっけ
Shithead?
あいつみたいなやつ
Oh, Johnny.
Johnny, so Johnny, so but Spanish? Tourists, I assume? ね。Is a 21-year-old woman too young for a 30-year-old man? 9 years age gap. How mixed is the Brazilian Nikkei community? Though, okay, I guess you have two questions. 21-year-old woman too young for a 30-year-old man. Think, なんだろう, I think as long as you have things to offer, like young women are like if you're talking about 20-year-old woman, they are open to have a relationship with like 30-year-old man. It's not that too old, I think. If you're talking about you are 40 and want to date 20-year-old woman, okay, but 30 years and 20 years, because women in that age, right? They have kind of like fantasy, right? They have still fantasy going on, and なんかね like for them 30-year-old men can be like attractive, you know, they provide, they are experienced, take the lead, and then that kind of stuff. But if you're expecting more like marriage, super serious relationship, that's another story. But simply like if you want to date 20-year-old woman as 30-year-old man, it's possible, I think. uh yeah, I knew a Japanese girl who married an African dude, and she became so corrupted and started stealing stuff like her husband. え、怖っ。Japan is beautiful. The culture is very beautiful. Japan should be protected. うん。なるほどね。Did you see? I saw that. Male-centered polygamy is called polygamy. Polygyny. だって、polygyny. へえ。That's the guy who wants to have the most kids ever in Japan. あ、そうそうそうそう。Yeah, that guy. And he already has like, three, five kids? Three kids? なんかね。And he wants to have many kids, right? At least he's contributing to the
He's
birth rate.
they should be giving him a medal.
Yeah. ね、he wants to be like a shogun, right? ね。Lots of Nihonjin went to Brazil, Peru, and Argentina afterward. They have big communities. まあね、そういうね、if we have that kind of history, it's more convincing. Yeah. Most men want a harem. まあ、he disagrees.
I think most young men
think
that it's
at
a
the
good
time.
idea.
Yeah.
One wife is it's enough work.
Whatever, I understand. そうだよね。だから、realistically speaking, yeah, it's probably more difficult to have more than two wives, you know. Hi, how's dating? I dot Japan late 2025, and is the government actually serious in helping you all? What's your question? What is your question? Write your question. ね。I bet a Ronin from ancient Japan has the record for the most children. はね。なんだっけ?
Probably a daimyo, man. That was Iputase.
Yeah. Well, that's because they had that kind of status, right? To have multiple wives to pass on to the next generation. And in those times, kids were dying, right? Easily, because no medical help and stuff like that. So I think in that kind of era, understandable, but in the modern society, children still live. So なんかね。I went to Europe recently. I see a lot of diversity people like Arabs, Africans, Latinos. I heard it's hard to immigrate to Europe, but a lot of them are refugees. Refugees ね。へえ。In my country, no one will tolerate if you take priority spaces like disabled parking, but I see gang members do it all the time because no one will confront them. That's bad. Is the fear when hearing the word work also considered a mental issue? Fear when hearing the word work also considered a mental issue? Oh, you have a fear when it comes to work. Oh, I think you definitely should navigate to God. You should find out where the fear actually comes from. Hmm. Maybe talk to counselors, and yeah, they will definitely navigate you through to, you know, understand your emotion, you know. Do you know if Japanese citizens have been asking the government to allow dual citizenship? Do you think there's a much chance of them allowing it? Mm, to I don't think that movement is so big, to be honest, because not so many people actually need it. Mm. But as more like international marriages are becoming a little more common these days, and people are becoming more international these days, it can be. But also, this sunset or drama is happening too, so it's hard to judge. Mm. Sure, one sake sake one sake sticker for my down under mate Frank. Thank you, thank you. OK じゃあ sure って書いて、and the sake sticker for Frank. OK. Alright. Thank you. よいしょ。Thank you, thank you. Seems like Hiro woke up from his nap, so Justin went. Justin left. No thanks. The more women want more problems. Yeah. I think one of the good thing about marriage, right, is that you have the safe place to come back. You can always come back and rely on to have someone who always have your back, right? And having that kind of place is, to me, sacred, like a family, right? So and having another place might sound good, another place to feel safe with might sound good, but that kind of threaten the the original place that you were supposed to be. So yeah, I still don't see any like positive side about open marriage, you know what I mean, or polygamous marriage. People are good until you get to know them. What does that mean? No. My question is, how is dating in Japan in late 2025, and is the government getting involved in helping the dating market in your country? Okay. Cool, cool. Late 2025, which means like the rest of the year. うん。まあね、so Japan is going to going into dating season from like winter season, like November かな? And December is the most like dating season, right? Because like festive. good mood, many events for couples. So yeah, definitely. If you are considering dating in Japan or with Japanese women, uh, it's time for you to prepare now, and you know, so you can get dates in November, December, and January かな。Basically through Christmas season to um, Valentine season. That is the like high dating season. So it's definitely an opportunity for you. And do government help us to date? Not really. Not really. They might have some like matchmaking events, but those are for locals, right? People who can speak Japanese. So if you don't live in Japan or if you don't speak Japanese, then it's not an option for you. So yeah, but if you are a long-term citizen who speak Japanese, then government government oriented events you can take it. But if not, that's not an option for you. Sadly, the counselor are not friendly with my wallet. Well, in that case, you can also like search for the ideas and methods to like organize your mind. Like maybe some people are sharing how to organize your mind by like writing something on your notes to navigate you through what's the, you know, what's your emotion, right? So yeah, use that kind of method. Use anything you can use, basically. Or maybe you can talk to like friends and family that you can like trust and you can feel safe with. That also helps to, like just basically telling, talking about it helps to de-stress. So yeah. Akim, I've always wanted to live in Japan, but I'm seeing a lot of anti-foreigner sentiment and marches against immigration. This has me concerned. But まあね, that kind of I don't think at this point it's actually affecting the immigration system yet. So the sooner is easier. I know dual citizenship is not allowed in Japan, but is your husband planning to get Japanese citizenship? He is looking at it. I think next time he gets visa, he renews visa, he can actually consider getting a permanent visa, but we'll see. It's feeling of home with your partner. Yeah, exactly. That safety means a lot. Yeah, right. The grass is not always greener on the other side. Yes. Really, it is not mating season in New Zealand yet. Usually starts around February. あ、そうなんだ。Mating season. Speaking about cheating and open marriage, there was a quite popular Japanese YouTuber who was practicing that before it was trendy. He was called Hiding in My... あ、ダニエルだっけダニYeah. So he's one of the OG YouTuber, I guess. Yeah. He wanted to he wanted to reach out to me. He wanted to reach out to me, yeah. I took all my energy to not to be involved with him. So yeah. Cedric, thanks for the super chat. I'm coming to Japan again in November. Oh, good season. Considering proposing. Oh, maybe at uh, Nachi Falls in Wakayama. It's been over the year now. We've been very happy. Yeah, cool, cool. Yeah, good luck. Sounds like it's going very strong. So I'm sure it goes well. Thank you, Cedric. Rabbit, duck, rabbit, duck, turtle. What's going on to the chat? He has some serious problems. His videos are a bit disturbing sometimes. Is he still active on social media, to be honest? I don't follow him for a while now, so. Steven, not in the West. Family seems dead here. Everything is cold, superficial, selfish, and dark. Women hate men, men hate women. No such thing as good women. It's a fallen world. I still have hope though. まあそうね。No, I've been talking about it. The entitlement is insane over there. Of course, I mean it's becoming a lot in Japan too. People are becoming a little more selfish, but it's it's worse in the Western country. Yeah, in Japan, people still have like having a harmony, respect harmony, kind of stuff like that, right? But in a Western society, it's always like individual first, then community second, right? But in Japan, it's generally other way around. You care about community first, then individual second. That kind of mindset is still here. So yeah, some people are entitled in Japan too, but not as strong at this point. But yeah, people in the West and some people are like, how dare you? How dare you sharing that kind of opinion, demanding that kind of criteria in other people, expectation? Sometimes makes me feel super surprised. Yeah. I sent you money on PayPal with a question. Could you answer it? I sent it December 21st. Last year? Last year. I don't know if I can track. Yeah. If you resend it on like because PayPal doesn't have messaging, right? Like okay. Um all right. Since you already sent me donation, so now if you want me to answer that question, please DM on Instagram, right? And I don't know your name on the PayPal, so please like write your name on PayPal and then send your question to the DM. Yeah. あいつ本当にキモい。ダニエル。At least if I marry a Japanese girl, I know she will cheat. Like that's the label. It's an old Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd cartoon. Ah, rabbit, duck, rabbit. Okay, okay. That went right over my head. Paper has like a messaging called Notes. And I can send that to you too? I didn't know that. And last year, you claim it from last year. Last year. Like almost a year ago. So, okay. If I can track that down, yeah. Yep, yep. Almost sneeze. Almost. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kevin, I wanted to say hello and I like your kimono. Thank you, thank you. This is a summer kimono called yukata. Yeah, we have a festival going on today. So it's a festival season basically. Many summer festival moved to this time of the year. So yeah, I have another festival next week. So yeah, festival season. Antonio, say hello. Hello, hello. Yeah. Cuckoo. All right. I guess I am wrapping up and get ready for the festival. But yeah, thanks for sticking with the live stream. My live stream. Yeah. Hope you didn't take my joke too seriously. I know, I know. If you see recent activity, you can look into money received a long time ago. Okay. Have a good day. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Same time, Sunday noon, Saturday night for you guys. Have a good day. Good night. Sayonara.